Greetings Earthlings, the name is Sumet Chatterjee. Welcome back to the channel. From the Flow Zone Academy, I am a flow state coach, a flow state specialist, and I'm here to talk today about this topic of work-life balance, man. You guys might have heard of this thing, okay? Work-life balance is a new buzzword, okay? It's a new thing. It's a new thing for you to do and sign up for, okay? My work-life balance course, okay? I'm selling it for $5.99, okay, or whatever. Bro, work-life balance is bogus. Let me tell you why, okay? Your work should be merged with your life. If you are a flow state Jedi, your work is a big part of your life. Your work is not separated from your life, okay? And this is the problem with a lot of people's weak-ass mindsets, okay? It's because they're thinking they need to balance their life with their work, okay? Now, you don't necessarily have to balance your life with your work, okay? That's not one of the essentials to make it in this, industry or whatever that you're focusing on, okay? You don't need to necessarily be so caught up in your work and trying to balance that with your life, okay? First of all, that concept doesn't even make sense to me, okay? What it really is about is a work-life harmony. You see, that I understand. So harmony is like the yin and the yang, two aspects coming together, merging the center point, merging through the middle point, okay? That is what the Flow Jedi chooses. So we're looking at work-life harmony, not work-life balance. Because work-life balance, you're still coming from this mentality of like a seesaw effect, right? Okay, if I don't make it at work, I won't make it at life. What are you talking about? My work is my life, right? And so when you think of the harmony of all of the elements of your life like instruments, and you are the conductor of this glorious orchestra, right? Then it just completely shifts and alters your perception of time and reality. Let me tell you this, as a flow state specialist, I understand this. I think it's so powerful when somebody can come from this mindset and this understanding that I am the sovereign of my life. I'm resting in my throne of awareness within me. And that's the only sense of balance that I'm actually trying to accumulate. Because once you understand that just because your relationships suffer doesn't mean that your work has to suffer. Just because your work has to suffer doesn't mean that your relationship has to suffer. Stop playing in this wishy-washy mindset of putting a little bit into this and a little bit into that, you see? And that's the thing, it's about that kind of like half-heartedness. You know what I mean by that? It's like you're putting one foot in the water and then you're putting one foot out of it. And you're not really committing to the process enough to actually show that, okay, yeah, I actually want to do this thing, instead of like, going about it in such a strange manner, Irregardless of that, I mean, you really want to just focus on, bringing the best version of you out, bringing the best version of you alive so you start living. What's up, bro? And activating that version of you that is harmonious and merging with whatever is, right? As I'm walking through this environment, what I'm really doing is I'm engaging and taking in what is, right? I'm not ignoring. If a snake attacks me on the side of the road, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm going to respond to that gesture, right? Maybe I'll back out. Maybe I'll, convince myself to behave in a particular way to show that I have like this kind of social mask or whatever, right? We do that all the time. It's like we show this social mask version of us instead of the authentic us. And, holding that up creates this fatigue, man. It's gonna tire you out. You get what I mean? And this is the problem with a lot of people. They're stressed out, they're burnt out, instead of taking care of themselves. Like right now, I still have clients, but I'm taking a break by doing what? Shooting a video, giving value to you guys, and being out near nature, okay? And as I'm activating myself by being grateful with whatever I see, you see? Those little pigeons or whatever, I'm grateful that they're there to bask in my presence and my aura. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that I'm taking each step and I'm breathing and I'm alive here, giving value to you guys. You see? And there's something very musical and harmonious about that. I don't have to force that. I can just think that, okay, we have this idea or this mindset that's predetermined, okay? That's set in stone, that you have a work and you have a life. and you come back from work and you start enjoying yourself again, right? Like when you're not at work, you're enjoying yourself. And when you're at work, it feels like work, okay? It feels like pressure. It feels like intensity. It feels like you need to hustle and grind and, you know, hustle, grind 24/7. You're stuck in this hustle mentality, whereas you need to be in the flow mentality. You need to be in that mushin, okay? That state of that forever box. You know, I can stay in this box for as long as I need. It's going to replenish me, you know, irregardless. So understanding the principles of what you're doing and then allowing yourself to get into the flow or the harmony of what you're doing. You see? So you're not necessarily trying to future project like, this is how I want it to turn out, you know? Oh man, you know, there's an airplane above me. I don't want that in my video. That's gonna cut down on my own expression and my voice. Bro, what are you talking about, okay? Just allow yourself to just flow through this world. Just be a ninja, you know what I mean? Like, stop trying to overthink everything. Hi! Stop trying to be like this guy, you know, who's like commonly just perturbed with their own reality. You don't need to be perturbed by anything, actually. You know what I mean? Like, the state of being perturbed is still you being stuck in your own head. And when you're in your head, you get into this dualistic mindset of like work and then life. But when you're in that non-dualism, when your work is your life, when you're enjoying your life, when you're enjoying your work, when you're actually being the embodiment of what? Enjoyment, okay? And the word joy is an enjoyment. So if you aren't enjoying your work, my friends, there's something that is off. You've chastised yourself, you've compromised yourself, you put yourself into a situation right now where maybe you need some career counseling, okay? Hit me up for a message if that's what you're interested in. But irregardless, you're probably at a phase right now where you feel like, man, this career makes me feel like shit. I feel like burning out. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel activated enough. That's because you keep cutting yourself down, okay? Your soul-sucking job comes from a soul-sucking boss, and your soul is not being uplifted. It's not being, you know, resurrected through every living molecule of your being. You get what I mean? You got to activate every single molecule of your being when you're alive in this world, when you're eating, breathing, living flow state, and not worrying about some kind of weird seesaw effect of like going from this and then going to that, and then, you know, coming back from my job and then making love to my wife. That's different, you know? I have to get into a different mode, a different mindset. I'm in one flow, bro. I'm in one rhythm. I'm in one melody. I'm not changing the song halfway and going to a different playlist. I am slowly transitioning. What does a DJ do, right? They remix the track. They're going from one track to the next track, and they're doing it in this effervescent, flowing, spontaneous way. They're not trying to micromanage that track and be like, maybe they'll do some tweaks later, right, in the editing process. But as you're in the track, as you're allowing that grace to flow through you, as you're allowing that source to flow through you, you know how magnanimous and great and splendiferous you can be, man? This world is so unique, and you choose to see it as a work-life balance. So shame on you for allowing this weird split mind to happen instead of just living as you, living authentic and true to your own internal core nature, okay? And what it means for you to be a human being on this planet, showing up, giving value, giving your effervescent qualities, and never giving up that easily. I'm not changing my process, I'm just changing my approach to my process. Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, man. We're all gonna make it. Let's get it.